So it has happened. President Donald Trump has cabinet nomination for Secretary of Education has been confirmed. This is the first cabinet pick that I am 100% against, and I will do this for several to follow. I would first like to thank Susan Collins and Lisa Murkowski of Maine and Alaska for having the courage to stand up and vote against Betsy Devos, who did not attend public school, whose children did not attend public school, who has not at any time in her life served on a school board, who is wholly unqualified for the position she now holds. She does not even understand the terminology educators use today. That said, I'd like to point out that both these senators have states with very large rural districts. And I myself started off life in a very small town in the middle of nowhere. There were less than 100 people in my town. There's no grocery store or anything like that. There was a chapel, yeah, a Catholic chapel, and there was a school, an elementary school, that also had a middle school attached to it. Now, this school was in the middle of a bunch of small rural towns, and it was a 45-minute bus ride for me to get to school each day and home each afternoon. Now, this was all paid for by tax dollars of the individuals who lived in our community, because that's also something I want to point out. Most education funds come from the tax dollars of the community and not the federal government. However, the federal government can and does mess with local schools often. And let's just be frank, Republicans do it the worst. Okay, so at this school, I had a music department, so I learned how to read music. It was required because it was a small school, there wasn't a lot of stuff to pick from for your extra credits thing. And I was not a sports person. But I do believe that learning to read music and learning to play an instrument has helped me be a smarter person today. That school, by the way, no longer offers any art because of federal messing, not the local messing. Yeah, okay. Now they have to test, and just test and test and test. Back then, we tested once a year. I remember it. And did the instructors, did our teachers teach us to test back then? I try to think of it. Yeah, the questions were so and I was really good at those tests, right? Because if you were listening to your instructors, then you pretty much could take the test. But we had a whole year to learn the stuff that wasn't on the test. Now you don't. Okay. I then okay, this is working good.